Ideas flow like river streams, building bridges with our teams, pitching plans and making waves. In this game we all stay brave. Rise and shine, ever rise and shine. Entrepreneurs answer the call. With a network, hand in hand. Amber UTech Launchpad stand.
Welcome to the Amber UTech Launchpad competition, broadcasting from the Amber Group studios in Kingston. Today, 4 VIP champions of the business world will decide the fate of the rising entrepreneurs competing for a chance to be accepted in the Amber UTech Launchpad. I am Prince Graham Haynes, your host. The Amber UTech Launchpad pitching competition is an exciting initiative designed to identify and nurture the next generation of innovative entrepreneurs in Jamaica. This competition brings together some of the brightest minds with groundbreaking ideas across various industries, offering them a platform to showcase their startups and receive valuable support to propel their business ventures to success. Now sit comfortably in your chairs and get ready to evaluate our young entrepreneurs alongside our esteemed panel of judges. Today we have with us Dushyant Savadia, founder and CEO of Amber Group, the fastest growing technology conglomerate in Jamaica. His name is synonymous with innovation, passion, and a tireless commitment to driving positive change for our country. Dr. Kevin Brown, president of the University of Technology of Jamaica, who has 10 years of experience in the aerospace industry. Trevor Forrest, CEO and founder of 876 Solution. He has more than 22 years of experience in the ICT industry, as well as provide consulting on e-commerce, internet security, and internet strategies for clients in the US and across the Caribbean. James Godfrey, co-founder and managing director of SNG Road Surfacing Materials Limited, with over 30 years entrepreneurial experience. Mr. Godfrey has built the entity into one of Jamaica's leading asphalt manufacturing and roadwork solution companies. Please help me welcome Kajun Campbell and Justin Brown, pitching Ranked Out.
My name is Kajun Campbell. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Ranked Out.
And I'm Justin Brown, CTO and co-founder of Ranked Out.
Well, Ranked Out is a network that allows tertiary educational students currently in Jamaica to rate, review, and rank their professors and dormitories. The idea came about for Ranked Out when we were currently thinking about just working on a simple project, and we realized that at the university level in Jamaica, there's no way for students who every semester when they're about to start, there's no way for them to see information to make informed decisions. So we decided that, all right, we would do some research and see what platforms are available. We did some research and realized that overseas in the US and the United Kingdom, there are platforms that allow students to rate, review, and rank their professors. So we decided that, okay, we would try to bring that same initiative to the Caribbean and Jamaica as a whole.
It's important to rank professors and dorms because students go into new semesters and they have to select potential dorms or teachers, but they have no insights. So they're essentially choosing from ignorance. I mean, usually a student would probably ask a friend of a friend to say, yo, what's this teacher like? So you can know if they're the best for their learning style or whatever it may be. So what this does is cut out the middleman, and it allows students to share and express how they feel about teachers so that others can know.
Please help me welcome Kajun Campbell and Justin Brown, pitching Ranked Out.
Hey judge, how are you? Oh, hey judges, we're fine. I am Justin Brown. I'm the CTO and co-founder of Ranked Out, and I'm here with my co-founder and CEO, Kajun Campbell, and together we build Ranked Out. Now, how often do you start a new semester and you have to select potential new teachers and dorms that you have no idea which is the best for you? Now, this is the sad reality for many university students. Now, if they were supposed to go and gather information to make these decisions right now, they would have to go to ratemyprofessors.com. Now, Rate My Professor has a poorly designed UI that's filled with intrusive and unrelated Google ads. And on top of that, they don't utilize the reviews to their maximum potential. This is unacceptable because technologies such as AI and advanced algorithms exist. Now, we have made a network named Ranked Out that allows students to rate and review their teachers and dorms while utilizing AI and advanced algorithms so that all students can get the most out of each review.
Our target market is primarily tertiary education students in the age range of 18 to 30 years old. In relation to market size, globally there are over 250 million tertiary education students. As the demand grows for transparency, parents or students are actively seeking to find solutions to get information on academic and living conditions. With Ranked Out, we allow students to rate review their professors and dorms. The more students that use our network and leave reviews on it, the more the value increases, encouraging more students to leave other reviews and join it as well through a networking effect. As the market stands, our main competitor is Rate My Professors. Their website houses over 19 million ratings that allows them to generate over $10 million annually through inclusive and unrelated Google ads. Even though we previously demonstrated their pro approach and lack of utilization of reviews, they still remain a formidable player in our market. However, the market needs a solution to utilize these reviews, and as such we've created Ranked Out. At Ranked Out, we utilize artificial intelligence to summarize these reviews and provide insightful topics. We also calculate the overall rating for the professors and dorms and rank them throughout the university. Our direct competitors that impact our market are Rate My Dorms and mydorms.com, and our indirect competitors are Facebook communities and Reddit groups.
We plan to collaborate with businesses that cater specifically to students, and with these businesses, we would deliver targeted and relevant ads. Along with that, we will leverage affiliate marketing to push both engagement and revenue, allowing us to be the hub for all things student university life. Now, we plan to market our network both on ground and digitally. We plan to execute the digital advertisement on Instagram and on Instagram accounts that are followed by people that are a part of our target audience, giving us access to over 610,000 potential users. On-ground marketing efforts will be done on orientation days of the universities so that we can expose our network to both new and existing students.
My co-founder and I are the perfect team to address this problem because we are software engineers. We have already completed several projects under our belt, so it's easy for us to apply ourselves towards this problem. Now, we're changing the way in which tertiary education students make informed decisions every semester. We've also recently concluded our open beta at Amber UTech, refining our product with feedback from over 250 users. From this open beta, we've curated more features and added personability towards the experience for our users as well.
We plan to scale in 4 simple steps. The first step is to establish ourselves at Amber UTech. And then we're going to streamline to the rest of Jamaica. And then we're going to capture the market in the Caribbean and then finally, take over the world. And then after we have, in our refinement process, we've identified 3 potential risks. The first risk being that users may leave reviews for teachers that they would have never been taught by before. Now, this is a problem that we still haven't resolved, and it's a problem that even 14,500 companies that have a similar business to ours, such as Yelp, still struggle with. The second problem that we've identified is a conflict with the Data Protection Act. As such, we've created an avenue to allow teachers to sign in and dispute any inaccurate information that may be that might damage their career. And then the third issue that we would have identified is user retention, as currently students would only be able to go on it, for 2 times for the semester. However, we plan to implement forums and gamification so that students have a reason to stay on the platform, allowing us to charge more for advertisements. So what we are asking for is marketing and legal support in exchange for 8% equity. That is our presentation.
Great, thank you very much. That was a very insightful pitch there. Let me ask you a question. What did you say was monetized? How are you going to monetize it? What's the plan for monetization there?
We plan to make the use of the product by just giving ads. We plan to make money through advertisement placements. So that and affiliate marketing. So we'll use businesses and take...
Sorry, advertisement does not work very well because there are so many. For example, if I go on Instagram to advertise myself as a company, if I go to Instagram, I will reach 1 million people for 1/3 of the cost that you might charge. So why would I as a business advertise on your platform?
Because out of that 1 million persons that you'd have reached, probably 1/4 of them are actually your target audience. So as I said, we plan to we plan to work with businesses that cater specifically to students so that they can reach their target market.
For example, you know that the company that builds the dorms, 138 student living, we would have them advertise their dorms on our network towards students.
Thank you.
Right. Now, this is of special interest to me because, of course, as the president of UTech, I'm in the tertiary education space. It was very interesting listening to you because I'm not sure if there's a demand for what you're asking for. Insofar as typically students look at ranking in terms of the academic performance of the overall university or a specific course or module. But you're well, do they go as far as the professor? I don't know. That's the interesting thing. So, but here's the challenge we've observed at UTech is getting the students to fill in surveys to give feedback on their professors. Some of them don't want to do it because they're concerned about remaining anonymous and etc. So how do you overcome that? Because if we can't achieve it when we ask them to give feedback, how are you going to do it on the website?
You raise that question. So our platform is completely anonymous. The students who sign up on the network and they leave the reviews, their profiles aren't shown to others on the network. So nobody knows who exactly leave the reviews. That's one problem that they mentioned in regards to the system of that you
ours is anonymous too, but the students are still concerned.
Yeah. That, and also they have a tendency where they feel as if even though they might leave a review on your system, your reviews aren't publicized. So correct. They don't know how it would benefit any other person if they leave it. It only benefits the university. Now our network, they're putting in their reviews and other students are benefiting from the reviews that they've left.
What's your plan for if someone sues you for defamation, if an academic decides to take it to court?
Well, in regards to defamation, we realize that other platforms such as TikTok, Instagram, they have comments on their videos. So when their creators have a video and the comments on the videos, they have a feature that TikTok, they fold the comments, so the comments that would more likely be defamatory towards the creator, they're folded. Instagram hides the comment as well. So we decided that we're going to take the ratings, and any rating that's below a certain threshold that might be defamatory, we would fold that review and not show it in the feed towards professors.
Along with that, we do have a reporting system so that if anybody does see anything and it seems like it's of ill intent, they are able to report it. And we do hold comments that are way below the threshold.
So you're literally going to monitor each comment before it's posted?
No, we're going to utilize AI so that we can identify if it seems like it's just blatantly of ill intent.
That, and there's also a service called, I believe it's DISC, that allows us to help with the monitoring of all of that.
Listen, I just have one quick question. You are offering 8%. How did you come up with that number?
Good question, thank you.
Alright, that number that we came up with, there is a bit of wiggle room towards it. When we looked at what Amber is offering, such as legal support, the marketing and finance, and financial advising, we decided that we would just take that section out of the entire thing that they listed. So we decided that, alright, maybe that's 8%. If not, then we can discuss that.
So it's based on what you intend to get to start.
Right.
And you use that number, not what you expect your revenues and profits to be, to determine that 8%?
Yes, that's partially correct.
Gotcha. Okay.
One of the question that Dushyant had about your revenue, I felt that a lot of the students that I know that come and work for my companies, they have challenges finding a dorm, and usually the dorms fill up, and then a lot of students have to live off campus in private dorms or private homes, or renting very affordable spaces. You may have an opportunity there to identify the homes or the people off-campus housing. You might have a greater opportunity there to work with those clients, people with the properties, and say to them, I'll get you you get a percentage, whether from the student or from the renter.
Falling under our affiliate marketing.
Okay. So you didn't mention that part in your presentation that I heard. So I think that could really be an opportunity to be a tiny Airbnb in that space.
I think my problem. Thanks for that, James. I think my view. How and thank you for asking that question, because you pointed out something that is very key. That 8% that you're asking for, and the investment will not need to make for that 8% might supersede your 100% investment. Only because marketing is very expensive.
Yeah, it is.
Right? So if I want to develop the application, it might cost me maybe 2 million. But if I want to do a proper marketing, in a year I might end up spending 20-30 million to get you out there. So that 8%, I'm still not convinced you've thought it through. How, I mean, as a business, how do we get value out of it?
Yeah.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, but
Well, let me perhaps add something to this that you may want to consider. Can you speak a little bit about the composition of your team? Because you guys are software engineers.
Yes, sir.
Not necessarily business people.
yeah.
So can you just give an overview of the composition of the team that you'll have, so that some of these calculations, expectations, and so on that you're contemplating may be, advised more appropriately? Because again, the reality is you have a number of considerations that you have to, contemplate to come up with that 8% or whatever that number is. So what's your team look like? It's just you two?
It's just currently we did bring on somebody to market our network to the 250 users that we did get.
Okay.
We did bring on somebody for that open beta.
Anybody with, in the finance space or business space?
No way.
Okay, gotcha.
Have anything else?
No, that's it for me.
Okay. Anything else?
No. Oh, one more question. Here, I noticed that the project review says that it's a networking website. No mobile app.
And that's
There's no mobile app, and there's a reason why there's no mobile app.
Okay.
So nowadays with mobile apps, people have the option to remove apps on their home screens, and persons don't always feel the need to go and download another application because there's already so many apps that come installed on their phones. So having a website where we can do on-ground marketing, and we can just go up to a person, they go on the website, they write their reviews, they sign up, instead of having them download another app. But it's up for consideration to develop an app at some point. But right now, having a website...
No, I completely disagree with you.
Sure.
The whole world has gone mobile first, and now from mobile first, the world has gone into AI first. So I don't see any uniqueness so far that says, yes, using AI, we're going to benefit the students. I mean, for me, how I see it, you're just building a grudge app, that if you're not happy with something, go post and go create more negativity in the market. I think Jamaica has enough already of lot of slamming of things, and genuinely people have got slammed, Dr. Brown, for doing the right things for the country too. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is a difficult one because my own institution has been, shall I say, adjudicated online in terms of our performance. So this would just add to it. I mean, I don't mind the feedback, but unfortunately, it's the negative things that tend to get.
I think that's what I said. Things like this only create more grudge. People are not, those who want to leave a positive review, they will not go to it because there's no incentive to go to it.
Yes.
But if I'm grudgeful against someone, I want to leave it somewhere where people may read, and then who's going to be the audience? Who's going to go in there other than students who don't have any method to upsell or cross-sell, or the monetization is going to be very
hard
on this platform.
they would have to find, as I said, private clients and have properties they want to rent for students. So
And you
create
made
some
a very
revenue.
good point that they need to add some value there, which
Yeah,
makes
and
money.
that's why I asked about that 8%, because
For example, how does TripAdvisor make money?
it's not mathing out.
TripAdvisor, when you book a hotel through them, you
Through
book
them.
airlines through them,
Right.
everything is a kickback.
Which is what you're saying, right?
Yes.
Is that there has to be some value add to the website.
Right.
But it's not disruptive.
Right.
I
very
think it's just
niche.
a comment.
Yeah. But a lot of students from country, they say they can't find a place, the dorms are full.
Yeah.
Correct. So if you can identify spaces for those,
Solve a problem, right?
you'll get a good
Monetize off it.
Solve a problem.
Thank you. Next, please.
I appreciated the comment that one of the judges had made about us taking a percentage of potential off-campus dorms. And that was mentioned in affiliate marketing when we had mentioned affiliate marketing, but we didn't think about that one specifically. Well, I believe that my co-founder and I, we ran through the PowerPoint and our idea as best as we could. And I believe that we had answered the questions to our best abilities.
I didn't feel any nerves. I don't think my co-founder was nervous as well. I think we remained pretty sang forward and we were able to be composed and deliver the pitch very well. Yes, I think the pitch was well received. I felt like they understood everything we were trying to get across. We followed our guidelines, didn't use any buzzwords. It was very simple and was very well done.
Let's welcome Pascal Gray with his project Fox Square Limited.
Hi, my name is Pascal Gray and I'm the founder and CEO of Fox Square Limited. Fox Square Limited is a digital publication and media house that specializes in digital narrative creation through technology, content distribution, and advertising sales. Well, I came up with this idea 6 years ago based on my love for movies and advertising. In my 9-to-5 world, I'm in marketing, so I fuse those two interests together. And so we have a reality show that we recently launched 2 years ago, and now we're shooting season 3 this year. Well, with Amber's partnership, I'm looking to capitalize on their technology aspect by integrating Amber Pay and having Amber developing our streaming app for us so that we can tap into producing Fox Square on demand, which is more so of a pay-per-view sort of thing, and also to increase our subscriptions. Well, my idea will impact Jamaica creators overall because my plan is really to collaborate with the playwright industry, for example, because if you realize that over the years, you might go to a play last week and maybe want to watch it again next year, and that opportunity is not there. So by partnering with them, we have the option to onboard that content onto our platform and have persons in the diaspora to enjoy Jamaican content.
Let's welcome Pascal Gray with his project Fox Square Limited.
Hi, good day. My name is Pascal. I am the founder and CEO of Fox Square Limited. Fox Square is a digital publication and media house that specializes in digital narrative creation through technology, content creation, and advertising sales. Now, as relates to who we are, right? In short, we create digital stories through our reality series that we have that we launched 2 years ago called For the Love of Money. Now, why we did this is that to test the product model to see the interests as relates to Jamaicans coming on board and doing advertising a different way. Typically, in Jamaica, you have, as relates to our advertising style, is that you put it in front of the person and you sell, right? However, our concept here is to partner with the right companies such as the Oliver Samuels, to partner with entertainment industries such as the Massacre 450 concert, the Romain Virgo album tour. We want to give viewers the opportunity to experience streaming content differently. The problem that we recognize is that most content creators like ourselves tend to jump to YouTube as the content distribution platform. However, the problem with that is that it's consisted of a plethora of wide array of content, and it gives you a challenge of finding a voice and even getting views, right? Now, our solution to this is to partner and expand doing the live events, doing the carnivals, by offering streaming solutions to our partners. Why local content? So we chose local content because it's an untapped market, and it offers viewers the opportunity to experience people who are like themselves, and also persons are better able to connect as relates to seeing somebody like themselves through our stories. Now, the series that I touched on earlier, which is For the Love of Money, the premise of it is that we audition the girl to find love, right? And then we audition some other guys, normally 3 guys, somebody who is there for love, and the other 2 is probably there to swindle or deceive her. Now, the concept of this is really to show other Jamaicans the premise of dating. So in the series, you'll find them going on boat rides, doing kayaking as a date, but also seeing the reality play out as relates to what men do to perceive you and tell you, and kind of trick you to believe what they're selling, when really and truly they're there for the money. So this was a product that we did and launched it to the market to test the feedback and the interest. Now, we did season 2, which released earlier this year. We took a different narrative on it by focusing on larger body size women, because we know that not every girl is slim, fit and thin, and love comes in all different sizes and shapes. And we wanted to put that reality on TV to display so that persons can see that they're watching themselves and they can relate to that. So that's what we did as a big win there. And we also had a premiere at Devon House with some speakers and our sponsors. Now, what you're seeing on the screen is some community engagement from our previous season. Now, our marketing strategy that we've used so far is to have a movie premiere, which we do for both seasons, and also we use social media and Google AdSense, and also we do weekly watch parties. This was done in partnership with Brood Awakens, where we have weekly watch parties there and host each episode and have viewers come and be a part of it. Our audience breakdown, which is based from our website, where we have the streaming of the show, is between 35 to 40, age 18 to 24, and 25 to 34. So this is the information that we use to take to our sponsors to come on board. Because when you sponsor our show, we're not just putting in an ad placement, we do product placement. So these are different forms in which our clients like and how they can integrate their brand. Our clients also have the opportunity to do a sponsored segment, such as in season 2, we did a Campari pool party theme for the first episode. So we integrate to that brand and show a different way how we can enjoy Campari while on a date. The gender insight breakdown, we'll be seeing most of our viewers are men, 53%, and women at 46%. The viewership insight, now for the first season, we had 44,000 viewers, and for the second season, we hit 100,000. The brands we've worked with is Burger King, Mr. Breakfast, Gustazos, Bottega, Pure Country, CPJ, and Chuka. These are the brands that we integrated into season 2 based on the demographic and information that we gathered from season 1. So when they came on board, we discussed how we can integrate that brand with them. Product placement, these are examples of the product placement in the episodes. And why our platform works as relates to our website, it's user-friendly, it's flexible, it's reliable, it's real-time, and it's also scalable. Our revenue streams are break down into 4 different categories. Advertising, which falls under our commercial placement, the product placement, and sponsorship. Our sales are normally through subscription and pay-per-view, which is something that we're trying to launch by next year, which will bring forth the on-demand streaming, such as the playwrights. When you go to the play, we will have that content through the partnership, because what happens in Jamaica is once the play done its tour, if you missed it, you missed it, So we want that opportunity to partner with them, get that content, and you can stream it whenever you want, on the go, on demand. And that is another revenue stream that we can partner with that playwright company to give them that percentage. As it is the brokerage partnership that you're seeing, So our brokerage partnership, we have clients that will come to us to advertise on other networks, such as the Flow Sports, the Rush Sports, Sportsmax, and Amber Group. Amber Group, as you know, does indoor and outdoor advertising. And for Flow and Rush, they have the commercial slots that, such as you see through Euros, that is happening now. So you see like a Jacana is one of our clients. They will advertise with us on our platform, or we can do a brokerage agreement with them with Rush Sports. Our activations and ROI, social media engagement metrics, the conversion rates, and brand mention and sentiment analysis. Now these are what we gather through our platform to go to the meetings with our clients to say, hey, we're shooting season 3 next month, for example, and this is how you can integrate. These are your audiences, this is the agenda, and this is what they're interested in. So we use that cohesive people brand Jamaica, how we can integrate that product into the show and also let it not feel like it's an ad. Milestones. So our milestones in 2020 is that we partner with Intelligent Multimedia, which is the same company that owns with the parent. Okay, no problem. The advertising package that we have currently ranges from $650 to $5,500, which breaks down into different commercials, product placements, VIP premiere passes, etc. Industry expert, as you can see, only myself. I kind of do everything as relates to the camera crew and everything like that. All of that is contracted. So we contract those people so they don't really have a high overhead as it stands right now. So it's just me. I get all the meetings and get all the partnerships and all of that. The competition. Now, as you know, local television it's not dying, but it's a dinosaur. and we ourselves have tried partnering with local television, but it wasn't something that is feasible to us, and it's not feasible to other creators that we plan on partnering with, because we were the one who would have to pay them essentially to be on their TV, which is bringing them audience, which makes no sense to me. YouTube, as I highlighted earlier, it has a wide array of content, so you get lost within the mix. And you have to hope and pray, say, make the mix so you can make some money. And that's another thing. Netflix, it has millions of subscriptions, but there's nothing that recognizes a brand Jamaica or the region that we can create our own shows similar to ours, similar to Social House, for example. Risk and the challenges that we're having, content licensing and intellectual property issues. This would range into the partnership with the playwright companies and also the other creators that we will have to form some agreement with. The market competition, such as Netflix, the Amazon Prime, etc. And the technical infrastructure, such as hosting and the servers and stuff like that. What we want is the software development. As I highlighted earlier, we plan on launching Fox Square On Demand. That is where we will have the streaming of the entertainment segment when it comes on to the carnival, when it comes on to the concerts, the special concerts like the Massacre 450 or the Romain Virgo album tour. That could be something that we could tap into a different market and showcase that. And also we're looking the legal and finance and marketing support from Amber and also the mentorship aspect of it. Wait, that's my presentation.
Thank you for that presentation. You are an existing business. How much revenue have you made since 2022?
Our highest profit, our net profit would be 2.5 million, which would have come from the reality shows that we recently launched and also through the brokerage agreement that we have with the companies.
And this is annual or is it?
It would have been an annual, yes.
Annual. So your last year's profit?
Last year, the scope would have been from last year.
Last year, okay. And what's your revenue?
Our revenue currently, I would have to double check back on that for you, but I can get you that information.
Thank you.
Well, first of all, thanks for your presentation. Very interesting. You look like a fully developed business, so I was quite impressed with what you've achieved so far. The question I had was around, what added value would you get from this experience? And if you were successful and made it into the Amber UTech Launchpad, I know you listed in your presentation some elements of what you want, but you seem to be doing it. So how would we add value?
Well, the added value aspect of it will be in relation to the app development, so that we can have persons being better able to access the content, which is more user friendly, that we want to tap into, and the Foxsquare on demand aspect of it. As it stands now, our website payment, as the payment backend is through PayPal. Amber offers another alternative option, so we can also look at doing that integration.
Okay. And my other quick question was around the show For the Love of Money. You've certainly grown that, and so people can only access it through your website.
Yes.
Right. And so how many, because you now need content, right? Is that one of your biggest risks? How do you build out your content?
Yes, because for us currently we shoot every year. So we're planning season 3 now, and it releases every Valentine's Day of the following year. Right? So with our partnership that we have planning now with the content, with the playwriters and other content creators, and we do another show that we want to produce, but production is expensive, as you can imagine. And so with that partnership with the playwriters, if they are feel that they already produce the content, it'd be more feasible for us to shoot that content than to hire this person and hire that person. So if we can have the Oliver Samuels, for example, and his plays documented and streaming on our app on demand, because it'll be pay-per-view, their content will be pay-per-view. Yeah. So they can tell us, okay, they want $34.99 for it, for example, and then we can work out something where they get that percentage and we get our percentage. So that is how we plan on making that work.
Well, I noticed that you had said no to YouTube or Netflix, and I thought if you got a Netflix opportunity that you would jump all over that. So I didn't understand that.
Okay.
And I thought YouTube, that you already have the content, and it doesn't really, from what I know, it doesn't cost you to put it on YouTube.
It doesn't.
Right?
It's free.
And you could be earning from there.
Could.
Possibly. Right? Or get some exposure there.
But, James, thank you for that. Because YouTube, you can monetize your content anyway. Even if you don't have sponsors, you don't need sponsors, because YouTube has its own sponsors. Keep making money while it is being played, and it can be played by millions of people.
Exactly. Right. So, and there may be other platforms that I don't know about where you could, Instagram or
Well, why I highlighted YouTube as a negative connotation in this regard is because you be competing with million other content. So you'd have to find a way to stand out, because in season 1 we did a pilot that we released on YouTube. We had to do a lot of ad spends to get some viewership. Yes, it gained the traction, organic traction. Yes, we got the Twitter trending topics, which is good. However, if it is that we can bring those audience into our catalog, where we can have access to them to even get more money from them, because if it is that they love brand Jamaica and the content that we're producing, then they'll be willing to pay for more content that is Jamaican or Caribbean related, and we will have access to those pool of people versus constantly fighting for those people on YouTube.
No, I'm not saying that you shouldn't take the path that you're taking, but right now you have an opportunity to access other platforms that you can push your product, your show, right? And that's what I feel. And I mean, I feel if Netflix came to you, you would jump up across the building, because you would be like, you'd be set. So I think pitching that to your investors, or you're kind of short selling the opportunities that could come. So you're saying that you're just trying to you're reaching out to Amber to raise enough to build your own app, and develop the business, right?
Yeah, our vision really is to not be to be dependent on YouTube, for example. Because as you can...
But we're not saying that.
Okay.
We're suggesting to you with your pitch, all of these other platforms would complement your bigger picture, which is to have your own app
Yes, because
And-
we want
and
to. Yes, that's our vision,
right.
to have our own app
Right.
where we can bring our content. So
Should
the play them, the comedies that we have that is already established.
Right.
Those, just like the playwright, you can't find those on
Right.
YouTube. So once you miss it, you miss it. You know, and some persons are in different countries will probably never had a chance to see it.
Yeah.
So that's an opportunity that is in the market that is untapped. And when it comes down to the entertainment segment, when it comes down to the annual carnival, that's an untapped market. Not everybody can come in to experience it. So we can offer a different type of experience through our
But
Carnival's on
I
TV.
think you're what you already have a product. I think what you should be connecting with Amber on is saying to Amber, how can you get me to Amber is a global company and all of, how can you get me a listening ear at Netflix, or how can you get me some actors in maybe Bollywood or somewhere that would be interested in looking at our content and doing something similar, or providing some investment in our. So really what Amber could do for you is help you to globally get to the type of investors and partners that Amber could bring in.
Agreed.
Maybe not so much an app necessarily.
Agreed.
Maybe that would help.
Just to dovetail on that.
Right.
So Pascal, I think I see a vision, right? Where you're short changing yourself.
Yeah, big
Correct.
time.
So here's what you may want to consider.
You were done? Okay.
Throughout your presentation, your target audience, and it's a general shortcoming that I found with local entrepreneurs. Throughout your presentation, your entire target market and thinking is here in Jamaica.
Right.
We only have close to 3 million people, and you're not even getting half of those to watch your thing, right? For you to make money, you need eyes, because it's the eyes that bring the value, that appeal to the advertisers and so on. To maximize all of this, you need to go beyond here.
Agreed.
All right?
Which is
No, check this out. To go beyond here, you cannot refuse anybody who is going to grow the number of eyes that you get.
Absolutely.
Can't do it, right? So you might like them, you might not like them, don't matter. Your goal is to get the eyes, because that's how you're going to generate the revenue, right? So if Netflix came to you, you jump in on it. YouTube gives you an opportunity, you jump on it. Understand that you're competing with not only YouTube, Netflix, Paramount Plus, Disney Plus, and whoever else decides to create their new network. You're competing with Instagram, TikTok, people with short attention spans and everything. But every one of them represents eyes, which represents revenue. So what I kind of would want you to consider is that how best you can get to as many of those eyes as possible. And that does not represent focusing only on here. You have to go beyond. You have to go beyond Jamaica. Now, when you start to consider going beyond Jamaica, what I wasn't hearing in your presentation was, say you don't want YouTube, say you don't want Netflix, but what's your consumption modality for going beyond Jamaica?
all right, it's not a case to say I don't want YouTube or I don't want Netflix. It's more to say that every content creator goes to YouTube because it's free, but you're also competing with everything else that is on YouTube, right? Now you perhaps get lost in that whole mix, which doesn't guarantee you that monetization that will perhaps pay for all that product that you produce.
Which is fine. So, in lieu of YouTube and Netflix, what's the consumption modality beyond the viewership of just here that will take you globally to get the kind of revenue?
Well, what I did for season 2 is that one of the leading cast member that we had, we flew her in from New York because she auditioned. She watched season 1, and she was one of the person that auditioned. And we chose her particularly because we wanted to tap into that demographic. No, the
So
plan.
you're depending on her following and
no,
so
not
on.
necessarily just her following, but instead of like by having different people on the show, you bring different audiences because people have different personalities, different background, right? That is one of the ways that I've used to bring people to the show.
So again, I think you start selling and start changing yourself because you cannot only depend on a single individual to bring the eyes. It has to go beyond that. So again, in what you're contemplating, just
I'm listening.
suggesting in what you're contemplating, you need to have a plan and a strategy around how you're going to get the viewership over and above somebody who is popular on TikTok or popular in the garrison or whatever, but you need to have, because that's sustainable, right? It's a sustainable thing, and if you can make it sustainable, then you keep generating the revenue because you're competing with a whole bunch of other types of content, and people's attention and loyalty is fickle in this kind of space. So they could easily just go somewhere else, which is what you're avoiding YouTube for. So you need to have something that will sustain that viewership over and above just
All right, with that, I'm thanking you again for being here. Thank you so much. Take care, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. I like him. And he's really taken this much further than I thought. Beyond the pretty brochure, he's actually doing it, or has done it. The name was pretty close to a more recognized media house. So.
I think that's deliberate, right?
Well, I hope not. But my issue with all of these is content, because that's what
content is too expensive. And to create, if you're going to create one series a year,
that's not going to generate.
And if it's going to make $2 million a year, then if I take half of it, or we take half of it, he's got nothing
pay his rent.
So, I think it's a challenging.
It's got to solve the
space.
content issue.
Cool. So I just did my pitch and I feel very confident about it. The judge did give me a different angle to look at, which I am now considering to see how best I can put that into strategy coming next. But I will see how things play out in the end, and I am happy for the opportunity to present, and I've been chosen out of everybody to have this opportunity. Well, in terms of the feedback, one of the judges gave me some insight as well. It's not necessarily looking to start the app per se, but looking to maximize viewership and retention to then grow revenue. So that is something that I'm trying to see how best we can still achieve what we want, but perhaps in a different way.
Please help me welcome James Barrett, pitching iLearn AI.
My name is James Barrett. I'm the founder and CEO of iLearn AI. So here at iLearn, what we do is that we aim to help students achieve high grades on their standardized exam by developing an AI-based exam prep app that offers students with interactive study guides and personalized AI tutor. Well, this inspiration came about due to a personal experience I faced while preparing for my CAPE examinations in Jamaica. So when I did the CAPE exams, I noticed that I struggled to apply the concepts I've learned in class to my exam questions, and that resulted in not so favorable exam results. And I have interviewed over 100 students in Jamaica, high school students, and they also face the same challenge, and this is a very serious one, as CXC released a staggering report in 2022 revealing that only 37% of all Caribbean students pass CSET mathematics. That is less than 40%. And also, so when I heard this, I know that I have to develop a solution for this. And so that is how iLearn came about.
Please help me welcome James Barrett, pitching iLearn AI.
Hello everyone, my name is James Barrett. I'm the founder and CEO of iLearn AI. I'm a third-year computer science student at the Northern Caribbean University, and I'm excited to present iLearn AI, where artificial intelligence meets academic success. In 2021, I took the CAPE examinations. Now, despite having a strong understanding of the concepts, I struggled to apply them to the practical application and critical thinking aspects of the exam. I interviewed over 100 high school students to see if they faced similar challenges, and I found that 95% of them did. And this is a very serious problem, as CX released a staggering report in 2022. Wait for it. They stated that only 37% of all Caribbean students pass CSET mathematics. 37%. So, to address this problem, we developed iLearn, which is an AI-based exam prep app designed to help students achieve high grades on their standardized exams by providing interactive study guides and personalized AI tutor. Students can challenge their peers in online quiz competition and receive rewards. So what makes iLearn AI unique? Well, I'm excited to tell you that iLearn AI is the first Caribbean exam prep app to offer instant auto-marking for any essay and open-ended practice questions, not just multiple choice. Students can improve on their weak areas that will be identified with our advanced algorithms. Another groundbreaking feature is our Think Aloud feature, where students can verbalize their thought process while attempting practice questions and receive real-time AI voice feedback. We developed and tested the prototype of the auto-marking feature with over 100 high school students, including teachers, and 100% of them stated that it was very helpful and expressed excitement. And a student told me that this was the first of its kind he saw in the Caribbean. We are an award-winning startup, earning first place in the National Business Competition in 2023 and second place in the international competition last month. iLearn offers a freemium business model where we offer premium features starting at just $10 per month. Students can access our app through the Google Play Store, the Apple Store, and the web browser. We will target students preparing for their standardized exams and individuals seeking English proficiency certification. This put our TAM at $2.74 billion, our SAM at $1.3 billion, and our STOM at $411 million. We plan to launch our app January 2025, and in 2027, we will offer international exams, scaling our TAM by over 4,000%. Our top competitors include Khan Academy, Edufocal, Magoosh, and ChatGPT, but they do not offer all the unique features that iLearn offers. Our marketing strategy includes running ads on social media platforms, partnering with content creators, and hosting local school events. We have an experienced team, including myself, who specialize in business and mobile app development. Our risks include strong competition, changing exam format, and cost increase in AI service. But we plan to mitigate these risks by developing unique features that set us apart and retaining experienced educators and integrating multiple AI models to reduce dependency on a single AI service. So for our asks, we are seeking support in 4 key areas: software development tools, legal, marketing, and finance. So as I close, here are some key takeaways from iLearn. iLearn is revolutionizing the way students prepare for their exams by leveraging artificial intelligence. And with iLearn, students can break barriers without breaking the bank thanks to our affordable subscription package starting at just $10 per month. So if you are an investor, student, or parent who is interested in iLearn, you can visit our website at www.ilearnai.com or email me at james.barrett@ilearnai.com. Thank you.
You just made a sales pitch of your business on our platform to your direct customers where you want to make money from, and we have no earnings from it. But well done, my friend. I think it's a brilliant idea. I must congratulate you. I think while there is competitiveness in the space. There are 2-3 operators in the space in Jamaica. Already has done well so far. Not as well I would hope they should have done by now, but I think there is certainly an opportunity to automate a lot of this under AI, increase the interaction with the students through AI, and I'm quite supportive of your organization. And you said you're an app developer yourself. Are you developing the app in-house?
Yes, so it's in-house.
So what is the ask from us?
Okay, so we are asking for development tools, right? And we are asking for marketing
Tools
support.
or develop it for you?
Tools.
What do you mean by tools?
So like tools that you use to create the app on, right? And different subscription tools out there. You have IDEs that you use to code.
Would you prefer Amber to build your whole app instead of giving you just tools? Because we have so many developers, we can do it a lot more faster than you trying to do it yourself for another 8 months.
Well, that's a good idea. Yes, so I guess we could have the support of Amber, right, to help us move faster to release the product. So that's
Right. Just quickly, your target market here. I mean, education is a whole ecosystem, right? Early childhood, right up to tertiary, but also people. It's a lifelong learning experience as well for more mature learners.
Yeah.
So where in the market are you positioning this thing?
So we want to target every standardized exam, right? But we'll be starting out initially offering CXC subjects in Jamaica, right? So for January that's coming up, we will offer English language and mathematics CSEC exam. Then in 2027, I believe, we will offer CAPE exams, right? And in 2028, we will offer GCSE, A and A-level exams. And from there, we will move on to other standardized exams.
And so I'm not hearing tertiary, right? Because you're assuming tertiary university students don't want
Yes,
this.
so as I said, we want to target everybody, but we are moving in stages.
In phases?
Yes, in
okay.
phases.
And just one quick other thing, I noticed you're targeting exams, which I guess is a very Jamaican thing. But sometimes parents just want something to keep their child going, if it's something that offers like homework or something electronically. Have you thought about that? Because it sounds like you're only targeting exams.
So we will offer features that students can use where they can seek homework support, right? And also for SBs, because that's a big part of CXC exams, right? They offer internal assessments.
Sorry to cut you. I've got a burning question.
Yeah, go on then.
And this is to you, I think.
Oh, right.
One of the part of his pitch was auto marking, where when you have students in the university and schools, they are all on paper, and the teacher now has to do one by one each one of them. If he comes out with this whole auto marking solution itself, what do you think the schools and universities will adapt? Because it will cut down the process of the teacher, and it will cut off the wrong marking, marking, all of those things. Do you think it's a helpful tool?
Especially for coursework, yes. Yes.
So we are currently seeking partnerships, so I can speak with you. And
well. Let's hope you get onto the program.
Good one, James. We have 1 minute, literally, to wrap this up, please.
I don't know a lot about education, but my feel was, how are you going to create revenue, and what are you offering Amber, for if they're going to take you on? What percentage of the company? And do you have revenue now?
No. We have not launched.
You haven't started. Okay.
Yeah.
And there was a big jump in your growth. There was you said 25, and then you were going to jump to 27. It was like a 2-year gap to jump to another set of exams.
Yes.
So that seemed like a very long time.
Because we want to solidify our presence in the local market first before moving to international market.
Two quick things for you.
Right.
You think shot.
Yeah.
Like it.
It's good.
The only thing I would perhaps want you to revise is some of those numbers that you had there. They seem a bit ambitious.
Yeah.
But I think you're on the right track. for what you're doing and for the students. And the last thing I just want you to, again, I'll tell everybody, do not limit yourself to Jamaica.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? You have the potential to solve a problem that doesn't only exist here,
Globally.
exists globally. So,
And-
but you're on the right track.
And last 10 seconds, the auto marking feature, is that looks like a different business model than
Right.
than what you have inside. So you're building
Yeah, man.
really
Yeah.
two different businesses in one business, correct?
Yes, yes.
Perfect.
correct.
Thank you so very much. Brilliant.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, that auto marketing thing. Yeah.
I mean, okay, I am biased, but it was
This
good.
one shot.
It's good. And he was very confident.
Yeah, man. This one shot.
No,
I like
think
this
the
one.
business model is that auto marking is a
Yeah.
huge
Yeah,
issue.
huge opportunity.
Guess what? It's not just an issue only with schools and university, even corporates. We have KPIs and all of those things. We have in-house exams. We have in-house training material, which needs auto marking too.
This thing.
This has too
Brilliant.
many
Yeah,
legs
man.
to
Yeah,
from
yeah,
corporate to schools to
Sells
everything. I
crazy
think it's a brilliant
potential.
solution.
Yeah.
I like it.
And then we will make sure UTech is our first customer.
This one has crazy potential.
Noted. We'll
pilot it for
You didn't hear what price he wanted for this.
Not at $10. If it's UTech, it has to be one.
So from the presentation, it went really well for me. I really enjoyed myself expressing the idea that I had for the Jamaican students, right? I make sure that I entered the stage in style. I went up there, straight in my jacket. So it went really well for me. It was a wonderful experience. So all the feedbacks I received were very positive. And at the end of this presentation, I think I got a potential partnership with UTech. So hopefully I will follow up with that and hopefully we'll get that partnership to fruition.
Okay, let's welcome Garrett Tomlin with his project Cuisinet.
Hey everyone, I'm Gary Tomlin. My company is Cuisinet, which is a software restaurant tech company. The Jamaica restaurant industry is technologically behind, like way behind. And there's currently no solution for restaurants to leverage technology in their businesses. So that's why I came up with that idea. It's a restaurant management system, so it gives restaurants all the tools they need to strive in an online ecosystem. So from online ordering, reservation management, and so much more.
Okay, let's welcome Garrett Tomlin with his project Cuisinet.
Hey judges, meet Emmy. So Emmy is a passionate restaurant owner here in Jamaica. She's always dreamt of operating online and using technology to streamline most of her manual processes. But she's facing a major issue, right? And the issue is cost. Right now, the current solution to get all the features she's looking for is anywhere between 400K to 1 million GMD. But what if I told that there was a solution for just 5,000 GMD? So, good day, judges. I'm Gary Tomlin, software engineer, CEO and founder of Cuisinet. We also have our sales manager, Justin Nation. You have Kyle Campbell, your COO, and lastly, our business administrator, who is Alistair Johnson. So, did you know that the restaurant industry in Jamaica alone is valued at $152.7 billion? Yet, it's one of the least digitized sector globally. Not only that, restaurants who don't leverage technology loses average of 10% of their revenue every year. So imagine making $3 million every year and losing 300,000 out of that 3 million. Crazy, right? So what's the solution for this? So enter Cuisinet. So Cuisinet is an all-in-one restaurant software solution management system designed to give restaurants all the tools they need to thrive in the online ecosystem. So click off a button, you get your own website with all of the functionality tailored to your restaurant need. These include online ordering, reservation management, inventory management, and so much more. So who is this for? So we are targeting medium to small restaurants in Jamaica, restaurants who already see the need to modernize their solution. So our business model is very straightforward. We're featuring a subscription model starting at just 5,000 GMD, so that it's affordable to restaurants of all sizes. So our competitors, we have quite a few, well not much, but we have Toast POS, which is valued at $2 billion US, but they currently don't operate in Jamaica or anywhere else in the USA, really. We also have our indirect competitors, including basic software management solution, but we're going to totally dominate this market with innovative and cost-effective solutions. So how will we track our success? So we're using key metrics and milestone. So milestone is successfully launching our beta program and weighing the positive and negative feedback we get from restaurant. And for a metric, we're gonna track our metrics, our success by our monthly revenue stream, our customer acquisition cost, and our customer lifetime value. So what do we want from Amber? Really, not much really. So we want legal, finance, and marketing support, and also mentorship. So to sum this up, Jamaica, if you want to live in Jamaica where any one of your restaurants can be online, then go for Cuisinet. And restaurant, if you wanna learn how Cuisinet can benefit your restaurant and modernize your operation, then contact me at the number on the screen or visit our website to join the waitlist. Thank you for your time.
So you said finance, you mean money or finance management?
Finance management.
Finance
So
management. Accounting and
right.
all of those things, audits and stuff like that.
Right.
And the app is ready, it's out in the market, everything is there.
No, not as yet. We're currently in beta testing really. So we're launching a beta program in October. The fully launched program we are expecting to launch in early next year. It's like March of next year. But we're currently in beta testing.
And one quick one for me, what's your revenue model license fee?
Right, so we're charging restaurant a subscription model. So starting at 5,000 GMD. For the basic, for the standard, we're charging 10,000 USD.
Are you configuring an open source or are you building from scratch?
Building from scratch, so it's completely...
Why would you do that? There are more than dozen, or not even dozen, 500, 1,000 open source restaurant solutions. You can just download off the net,
right,
configure it and do whatever you want to do it. Why would you spend so much of time and money to develop something which is already saturated in the software development world?
All right, so I think that's a misconception really.
No, I'm in the industry. And I have the largest amount. I've built more than 800 enterprise application.
Right.
I own one of these applications also. We've got 80 or 90 applications that I can deploy in 24 hours, including this one.
Right, so there's a reason why Toast is valued at $2.something billion US, because there was currently no solution in the market given what Toast is actually giving. So what I'm giving really is a very innovative solution, like completely different from what is the market now. So in a click of a button, you get your own website with all of the features needed. So there's no processes, there's nothing to drag and drop. It's a click of a button, you get everything you need. You know?
That's the thing.
Right.
All right, help me out here. How do you? Okay, so I'm not an expert in the restaurant field, so I'm approaching this as a customer, looking for a restaurant, and I just jump on Google, and even if the restaurant doesn't have a website, previous customers take pictures and Google picks it up, and I can see just from what customers have posted, and so Google gives me enough without even the restaurant trying for me to figure out what the restaurant is about. So how do you compete against that? Because that's pretty much ready to go for any small medium enterprise.
I think where the disconnect is because there's so much features, so it's very difficult for me to explain all the features in like 5 minutes, right? So
yeah, but okay. So let me break it down for you. Right. If I'm a restaurateur, what I want are customers, right? So in as succinct a way as possible, how are you gonna defeat Google so that I will get customers that?
So currently we have 20 restaurants on waiting list because there's a need to operate online, right? So there's a difference between being searchable online and actually operating online. What we're giving to restaurant is the ability to operate online. And there's a need for that because even recently, KFC developed their own website because there's a need for online ordering and operating online. Because the online market itself is a totally different revenue stream. And that's what we're offering.
All right, so as a fellow open source market player, there are a whole lot of these out there. What I'm not hearing is, from a business standpoint, why reinvent the wheel? Because you're building it from scratch, which you don't need to do. What you need to focus is on what the client or your customer needs. You need to shorten your time to market, and you need to be extremely efficient so that you're making money. So I'm not clear on the justification, which you can probably, from a business standpoint, why are you building this from scratch when there are so many solutions out there that you could build on top of to facilitate the specific needs of your potential clients?
I mean, we're still in the development stage, so we're getting open source definitely on the table. But what we were aiming for, what we are still aiming for, is a complete ecosystem, right? So Cuisinet is a complete ecosystem with all the tools your restaurant need to like strive in our ecosystem. So it's the ecosystem really we're offering, you know? Everything in one place.
A question.
Well, I got the part about the open source, and I think you should look into that, definitely. I'm trying to think of the challenges I had. Like, sometimes a new restaurant will open up in my town in Jamaica, you know, say in Mandeville or Montego Bay or somewhere, but you don't know about it. So maybe that's a point where you can get, I haven't heard you speak about that, how, you know, new restaurants will be found. And that could be a avenue.
I think it's because we're not really a marketplace, we're just offering solution.
So what solutions?
So all the marketing.
Thank you so very much. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And then, okay, so I again, because maybe I was looking at, okay, how does a customer find restaurant? And look, because I only just come back to Jamaica, and I jump on Google, and most of the restaurants do not have websites, but there's enough on Google for me to figure out what they're offering and to turn up, right? So, but I guess what, maybe I'm looking at it from the wrong perspective, because he just wants to sell a restaurant, a website, and an app.
From a business standpoint, it's burning up a lot of cash, trying to build something that so there are solutions out there,
but it sounds like
that have
competitive space
that have 80% of what is required by a restaurant. What the other 20% is just what the specific restaurant wants. So don't burn up time and resources building an entire thing, right? Because when you talk about the competition that they have out there, because there are a lot of them out there. so
again, it's competitive, right?
It's very competitive.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of them.
Today's an advantage.
There are so many. You can go get a $10 per month subscription and the whole software and customize it just like Shopify or restaurant.
You think there's anything there?
That?
You think there's anything there?
Boy,
I don't know.
Because unless he came in here, it's like what you're saying about the young lady and the rebate. If he came in here and said, look, I'm going to offer an app that, which is what KFC and others are doing, it's an app where every time it's a more like a reward app for customers. Buy something on the app and you get rewards. Incentivize.
His solution is build a software, go sell it to each restaurant. And each restaurant will pay him a subscription fee. Now, it's not easy. It's
the tough step.
Not the way he's doing.
Not the way he's doing. Sure.
Well, the pitch was okay. I could have done better, but I'm satisfied with my performance. I was very nervous. A lot nervous than I usually is, or usually are. I think I didn't accurately pitch my company. I think the judge didn't get a clear idea of what I was actually building, and there was a very big disconnect there. But definitely we approach fishing. I should have done some more practicing. I should have actually dived deep into what I'm building so I could adequately explain it to the judges. So I think I fell short of explaining.
We have come to the end of an exciting episode of the Amber UTech Launchpad pitching competition. Amber UTech Launchpad is committed to funding 100 startups in 1,000 days. And the fate of the entrepreneurs you saw today rests in your hands of our esteemed panels and judges. In the next episode, a new batch of entrepreneurs with groundbreaking tech innovation, will take the stage, hoping to secure life-changing investments. Make sure you tune in to witness their journey and support the future of Jamaica's tech landscape. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time on the Amber UTech Launchpad pitching competition.